Welcome back to IaaS Tech. In today's video, I will show you how you can deploy your Next.js application to the Google Cloud Run, and we will be implementing the automated deployments with the help of the GitHub. So whenever you will make changes and you will push changes to the GitHub, it will automatically detect the changes and it will take the changes and build the project and deploy it for you automatically. So this is one time effort, and after that everything would be fully automated. So let's begin. So first of all, open your project and start it. This is my existing Next.js project. So let me just start it in the browser just to show you what we have currently. npm run dev. Okay, now it is running on the port 3000 as you can see. So this is basic starter project. So now first of all, you need to create a new file with the name Docker file. Okay, now we need to use this code in this Docker file. I will also provide you the code of this file. You can use it. So it has all of the explanation that what is happening. So first of all, we are starting with the Node.js 18 Alpine as the base image. You can change the node version. So this is the older version. I want to use the latest one. So if you are using VS Code, if you backspace it and press Control Space, then it will suggest you all of the available Node.js versions. So I want to use the most recent one, that should be LTS. So on the bottom you may find 20. Okay, I see that most recent version is 22.5. So let's use 22.5.1 Alpine, and it's better if you specify the Alpine version as well, otherwise it will pick the latest version. So we don't want to break our deployment in the future. Okay, select it, save it. Now we are using the alias base that would be used after it. So here basically I'm just creating a new stage with a different name based on the base stage, and now I'm installing here some required libraries to ensure the compatibility with the Alpine Linux. Then we are setting the working directory to the app directory in the root of our container, and then we are copying the package.json, package-lock.json if it exists, to the working directory, and then we are running the npm ci command that will install dependencies using the CI. Okay, that is basically clean install, and then we will create a new stage with the name builder based on the base stage that we created earlier here. Okay, now we are again setting the working directory to the app directory in the root of this container, and now we are copying the node module from the depths or dependencies stage to the current stage. Okay, and now we are copying all the files from the current directory to the working directory by using copy space dot syntax, and then we are disabling the Next.js telemetry, and then we are building the Next.js application here by running npm run build command, and now we are creating a new stage named runner based on the base stage that we created on the top. Okay, so here again we are setting the working directory to the /app directory in the current stage, and then we are setting the node environment to the production. This is the environment variable, and then again we are setting the environment variable, and here we are just creating a system group named Node.js with the GID 1001, and here we are again creating a system user named Next.js with UID 1001, and here we are copying the build directory from the builder stage. Now we will copy the .nextjs directory from the builder stage and set the ownership to the Next.js :Node.js. Okay, then we will copy the node module from the builder stage to the current stage. So this is the builder stage, and this is the path for the current stage. And now we are copying the package.json from the builder stage, and then we are switching to the Next.js user, and then we are exporting the port 3000. Now we are setting the port environment variable to 3000. Okay, so now set the default command to start the Next.js application. So basically, this is the command that would be executed whenever the container would be started. It will start our application. Okay, once that is done, let's go to the Cloud Run, and I'm assuming that your billing account is already created and linked with this project, whatever you're using in the Google Cloud Run. And in the Cloud Run page, you have to click on the create service, and then here you will see two options. We are going to use the GitHub to continuously deploy from a repository. So just select the GitHub option, and with that you will find a button setup cloud builds. So if you click on that, it will show this section on the right side, and here you will be able to select the provider. We will be using the GitHub. It is already selected. You just have to select the repository. If you are doing this first time, it may show you option to authorize or authenticate, and from there you will be able to select which repositories you want to allow, or you can allow access to all of the repositories. Okay, so now I already have authorized. So in this drop down, I will see my all of projects. So search for Next.js. So once you select your project, you just have to click on the I understand to accept the policies and click on the next button. And once that is done, here you have to make sure that that the correct branch is selected. If you want to deploy the main branch or whatever branch is visible here, then it's okay. But if you want to use a different branch, for example, I have multiple branches: model, navbar, REST API. If you want to use those branches, you can select from here like this. But I want to keep selected the main one, so it's fine. Now it is asking that what would be the build type. We would like to use a Docker file. Select that, and here you have to specify that where your Docker file is located in your project directory. It is in the root directory of my project. So this is by the default value is correct. Just select the save button and wait for it. Okay, so now you can see everything is selected, and here it is saying a cloud build trigger will be created in order to automatically build and deploy your code. You can again edit this if you want to make any change. Here you can change the name of your service if you want to, otherwise it will be using the default name from your GitHub repository. Here you can select the region, whatever you prefer to use. I would not change it for now. And here, this is important, as you want to make this project public so that anybody can visit your website. So for that, you can click on the allow unauthenticated invocations. So it is saying that tick this if you are creating a public API website. So this is what we want basically. Now you can make any other changes if you want to, but most of the things would stay same. And here, just make sure that you have selected all to allow direct access to your service from the internet. And if you uncollapse it, you will find all of the options here. It is currently using the port 8080, but here remember we are exposing the port 3000, so you need to use the port 3000. That would be the container port. So it will automatically map this port with the port 80 of the domain that it will generate for you to access this service online. And here you can specify the RAM that you want to select, and all default values are good. You can just keep them or you can change them. In the variables section, you can add the environment variables. Okay, if you have any environment variables, then you have to copy all of the environment variables and add them. If you don't have them, just leave it and click on the create button. But before doing that, I would like to publish my changes. So let's add a commit, added Docker file to publish on the Google Cloud. Okay, commit and push it. All right. Now, as our code has been pushed, the Docker file is available on the GitHub. So you can just click on the create button and wait. Okay, on this page, you will see that it is currently building and deploying from the repository. If you want to observe the progress, you can just click on the logs and it will take you to the logs of the cloud build. So here you can monitor what's going on. Basically, this is running all of these steps that we have written in the Docker file one by one. If something is wrong, it will be filled here and it will show you all of the errors here and you can fix that. Okay, once it is done, we will just test it. from the live URL, and after that we will make a change just to test the automated deployments, because if we make any change, it should automatically detect those changes and deploy it to the Google Cloud Run every time. Currently it is using Next.js 14.1.0. As you can see here, the build has been completed and now it is pushing the changes. It is basically publishing the built Docker image to the Google Cloud. And here you can see it has been around 2 minutes and 37 seconds so far. So here you can see all of the steps. It has completed 3 steps so far. So it is going through the 3 steps: build, push and deploy. Alright, if everything is correct, then you will see this green tick with the success message. And if that's the case, you can go back to your Cloud Run service and here you will find the URL. Just click on that and you will notice that your Next.js application is live. Okay, now I'm going to make a change in my app just to test if it automatically deploys the changes or not. So the app directory, I will create a new folder called hello, and as this is going to be a new page, so here I will add a file, page.tsx, and let's export this page like this. And here I will add a heading, hello world, and now we should be able to access this page. So for that, go to the page section and I'm going to remove everything from here. Let's add a heading here on the home page, welcome. After that, I will add a link to my new page. For that, use the link tag or component from the next/link and pass it the path, and the name of the page would be hello. Close the tag and the path would be hello in this case. Save it. Now let's push it to the GitHub. So after pushing, you will notice that Google Cloud Build has noticed the change in the GitHub commit and it has started the new build process for us. So after some time, it will build, push and deploy, and then we will be able to test our changes online. Alright, the build process has been completed. Now let's refresh our application and you will notice our change has been deployed, and this is the hello button or link. If you click on that, it will take you to the new page with the new text hello world. Okay, alright, I think that's all I wanted to show you in this video. I hope that you enjoyed and got some value from this video. If you think so, then please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell icon to get notified for my upcoming videos. Also, please like and share this video. And if you have any questions or any suggestions or feedback, then please leave them in the comment section below and I will do my best to reply them as soon as possible. Also, your interaction and your subscription motivates me to keep uploading more and more content for you. So thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Goodbye.